We obviously have JDM, who is, I think he's 29 or turning 30 or something like that. Regardless, he's got that 18-3 record, obviously losing to Islam Makhachev just quite recently. And Carlos Prates is coming off that win with Leon Edwards, which is pretty awesome. JDM's obviously from Australia, with Carlos Prates being from Brazil, with his daughter being in Australia as well. So that's pretty cool. That being said, let me see what I think about this fight, because I wrote a couple of notes down here on my end. Okay, so they both have switched stance, which is cool. Jack Della Maddalena has 12 wins by TKO, KO, 2 subs, and 4 decisions. Carlos Prates has 23-7. He's got a 78-inch reach, so 4 inches more than JDM. He's also a switch stance as well. 18 wins by KO or TKO as well, with 3 subs and 2 decisions as well. So he's going to way less decisions than JDM. That being said, just has a clear 4-inch reach and height advantage. JDM's basically compact, explosive, and deceptively powerful. If you watched one of his interviews today, I think it was Carlos Prates' media day interview or media scrum, he did say in there that he said that JDM would be more powerful just because he's like more compact and just more stronger and stuff like that. Before JDM fought basically Islam Makhachev, he fought Bilal right before that, defeating Bilal as the welterweight champion. He has a win over Gilbert Burns, who just retired as well. He fought him in UFC 299 on March 2024. Got TKO by elbows in round 3. Got a highlight finish from there. Earlier wins, he has Kevin Holland. Went on an 8-fight win streak before the title win. And Prates has basically got the win over Leon Edwards, like I mentioned already, from UFC 322 in November of 2025. Won by KO, round 2, performance of the night. Massive statement win over the former champ as well. So if he wins over JDM, then that's 2 champions that he's defeated there. He's also got a win over Jeff Neal from UFC 319 on August 2025, a KO spinning back elbow. I remember that. Round 1. Yeah, performance of the night that one got as well. Obviously, he lost to Ian Machado Gary. That's his only UFC loss at the moment. He also had a win over Neal Magny in November of 2024 with that first round KO. He's also had that crazy knockout with Li Jin Leong. I might have said that incorrectly. JDM is basically like an elite precision boxing. He has elite precision boxing plus high fight IQ. That's what it says in my notes, guys. I don't know if that's high fight IQ with his last loss, but unfortunately that was, the GOAT, so to speak, the pound for pound, Islam Makhachev. So that being said, I can completely see where that came from. He's excellent at mixing levels, counter striking, chain wrestling entries. That being said, I'm curious to see if JDM gonna be doing more of a wrestling match with Carlos Prates. And also, I don't know if you've heard I don't know if anyone noticed this, but Carlos Prates also was very, specifically, in my opinion, he was very quiet over these past couple months since the fight's been announced. And normally he pops up on like Instagram, he pops up on like X, pops up on YouTube, and you normally see a lot more of him. It's funny because he happens to be also the favorite currently, and JDM is fighting at home, and he's the underdog. Now, it's not that big of a difference. It's a 50-50 at the moment, but that being said, that's an interesting take right there. Prates basically has a pure power striker with Muay base. Dude, Prates has got like a lot of really cool fights. He's got that devastating kicks, elbows, one punch KO. I like the fact that he can like KO a person in any sort of spinning attack or just using his straight shots as well. He's got aggressive forward pressure, walks opponents down, and creates chaos. It's interesting because Ian Gary kept saying he only has that left or whatever that is. I wasn't too sure about that. His finishing instinct is 78% of wins by KO, so extremely dangerous, especially in round 1 and 2. His weakness can be outstruck and outgrappled by technically superior fighters who survive the early storm, like the Gary fight, basically. All right, so key matchup factors for this particular fight is the reach and the range. Just wants to keep distance and use his 78-inch reach. With kicks and long strikes, JDM needs to close the distance, clinch, or wrestle to neutralize it. And that's why I find it interesting, because I don't know if JDM's going to go for a wrestling-heavy approach in this particular matchup. He did say if he does finish the fight, it'd be at the end of the fight. He wants a 25-minute war, though. The other part, too, is power versus technique, right? So can JDM's boxing and wrestling survive Prates' early blitz, or does Prates' size and power overwhelm him in front of a hostile crowd? That being said, I don't think it's really a hostile crowd. I mean, everybody likes and loves Carlos Prates. So I don't think him being in Australia is really him being in a hostile crowd. Then you got the cardio and the experience. Prates smoking cigarettes. Let's see how that holds up. I mean, to be fair, with the Ian Gary fight, he did pretty well, and he was even more dangerous towards the end of the fight as well, arguably. JDM has a proven 5-round durability record in terms of title fights and stuff like that. He's only fought 2 of those, though, to be fair. Prates has also shown he can go deep, basically, versus Gary that prefers quick finishes. And then obviously you got JDM, who's got the home advantage. So it says betting odds as of currently, money line is near pick'em, essentially, like what I shared earlier. So yeah, apparently it's heavily favored to go to decision, and people are saying it's best to go ahead and, bet on the champ, or the former champ, per se. Okay, my pick, I'm going to go with Carlos Prates by early TKO, or KO, because I don't know, I'm just a big Carlos Prates fan. I wonder what you guys are thinking, by the way. Who would you pick if you had to choose? Would it be Carlos Prates? Drop it down in the comments down below.